Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. I also have some self-study courses about manifesting your specific person. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to address a question that tends to confuse a lot of people when they come into the teachings of conscious manifesting. And of course, part of the blame lies with coaches and how they present those teachings. The question I'm referring to has to do with the 3D and whether it is actually real or not. So I'm going to attempt to answer this question, give you guys my input, my perspective, and hopefully by the end of the video, you will have this question clarified and it won't feel as confusing anymore. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So one of the things that is heard and taught a lot in the manifesting community is how the 3D is not real. And you may hear this in different ways. For example, some coaches will say the 3D is fake. Some coaches will say the 3D is old news. Some other coaches might say the 3D is fake news. So what do I actually think about this question? How do I actually answer this question? And what do I think about the 3D? Is it true or is it something fake? In my personal opinion, and the way I understand the teachings and the way I interpret them and the way I apply them in my personal experience and with my coaching clients, is that telling yourself that the 3D is fake, the 3D is fake news, the 3D is a lie, the 3D is not telling you the truth, and so on, is only doing yourself a disservice. The 3D, your current 3D, your current experiences in this 3D reality are actually your dominant reality right now. It doesn't mean that this reality is fake. It doesn't mean that this reality is fake news or a lie or however you want to call it. Even if you hate your current reality, it is still as real as the next reality. And if you know a thing or two about conscious manifesting, you know that how you're manifesting or how you have manifested rather your current reality has everything to do with your dominant thoughts, your dominant assumptions, your dominant beliefs, dominant expectations, dominant energy, dominant vibration. In other words, your dominant state. This does not make the current 3D fake. What it does show you, however, and what it is a proof of, is that the 3D is not set in stone, that the 3D is not unchangeable, that the 3D is not so fixed that you can never change it. The circumstances you might be encountering and the circumstances that you might be facing are not that insurmountable so as to deprive you forever of your desire. In other words, the 3D is completely malleable. The 3D is completely changeable. The circumstances in the 3D, however hard and however impossible they might feel to you, are actually completely surmountable. Every single time, no exceptions. However, all of this is very different to saying that the 3D is fake. No, you guys, the 3D is not fake. The current 3D is your current dominant reality that is a reflection of your most recent dominant thoughts, assumptions, beliefs, expectations, states. It is as much of a reality as the reality you're also creating. And as a matter of fact, treating it as fake deprives you of using the 3D, the current 3D, as much as you don't like it, as feedback of your own inner creative power. Because you guys, if you didn't have that inner creative power, the 3D would not reflect what was dominantly in your mind, in your heart, in your feelings, in your expectations, and so on. And yet, we know that it does. We prove to ourselves that it does by doing the reverse engineering, seeing what's happening in our 3D, and tracing it back to our dominant thoughts, our dominant energies, our dominant expectations, and so on. So it is much more productive and much more useful and beneficial if we take what is happening in the 3D not as fake, it's not true, I'm denying it to myself, I'm lying to myself, I'm fooling myself, and so on, but instead as feedback of what do I still need to work on if what I'm seeing in the 3D is not something I like or I prefer? And also as proof of my own inner power, because if my thoughts spilled out and got pushed out in such a way, if my dominant energy and my dominant states got pushed out and got reflected back to me in such a way, imagine all the beautiful things, all the amazing things, all the desirable things that I'm also able to create in the exact same way. Your 3D, if it's not something you like right now, can absolutely be changed and will absolutely be changed if you stick to your inner practice. It is not, however, something fake. It is your current dominant reality, and this is okay. And you know why this is okay? Because like I said, you can change it. Like I said, you can transcend it. Like I said, the circumstances that you're facing right now are surmountable. It doesn't serve you in any way to deny the 3D, to do what we call spiritual bypassing, to refuse the lessons and the feedback that your current 3D, even if it's unwanted, is teaching you about how you can improve as a conscious creator and as a conscious manifestor and as a person who is taking charge of their life and creating their own life and their own reality. And instead, you're trying to lie to yourself about the 3D, or you're trying to turn a blind eye to it just by telling yourself, no, this is fake news, this is a lie. It's not a lie, it's just a result of the ultimate cause, which is your own inner world. And once that inner world gets shifted, the result and the reflection is going to be very different. And you are going to be experiencing another reality, emphasis on the word reality, that is going to be just as real and just as tangible as this one, with the only difference being that the new reality is going to show you things that are desirable, things that you have consciously created, things that you have consciously brought into your 3D, and things that you like, things that you prefer, things that you choose. So no, if you ask me, I don't teach that the 3D is fake. I don't teach that it's fake news or whatever else you want to call it, but I absolutely teach that it's just one reality among an infinite number of realities, and that you're absolutely able and capable of creating and bringing about a very different reality. So no matter how much you might hate your current 3D or how much you might want it to change, still see it as feedback on what you still have to work on, and also see it as proof of your inner creative power. And know that by utilizing that same inner creative power, you can shape your 3D however you want. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.